1 week after the surrender, General Maxwell was summoned to London to brief the cabinet on his plans for further executions. There was one prisoner in particular whose fate the government took an interest in.
It's remarkable that, although the politicians took a long time to get around to realizing that too many people were being killed, they were on the Markievicz case very, very early. They understood that it would be catastrophic to execute a woman, or they believed that.
Countess Markievicz would emerge from the rising a popular hero, the epitome of the rebels' fighting spirit. There are conflicting accounts, however, of her court-martial.
I'll tell you of another rather famous prisoner who did not impress me and the court in the same way. Constance Markievicz. She'd been in command of the Stephen's Green contingent, and, according to reports, had been full of fight. In fact, I remember the general took out his revolver and placed it on the table beside him. He needn't have troubled. The accused would like to make a statement in her defence. She curled up completely.
I'm only a woman. You can't shoot a woman. You must not shoot a woman.
Wiley's account states that she crawled, curled up in the course of the trial. The court-martial record diametrically is different from that.
I went out to fight for Ireland's freedom, and it doesn't matter what happens to me. I did what I thought was right, and I stand by it.
Now, it seems to me that the court-martial record is much the more credible. Given the fact that it's a contemporary record, it seems too impossible to imagine that it would have been included in the record of the trial if she had not stated it.
Whether this happened it's hard to understand that Wiley, who is normally very reliable, and after all he becomes a High Court judge and such people don't usually tell obvious fabrications. I think that in the stress of the moment maybe things didn't quite work out as she'd hoped.
I think it's impossible to know really why William Wiley would have given the version of events he does. I think you could speculate that it may be, it could be defective memory, it could be something to do with some sort of sexual bias, it could be that he was irritated by her defiance.
In Maxwell's words, Markievicz was blood-guilty and dangerous, and he was keen to make an example of her. But the Prime Minister had already made his position clear.
No sentence of death on any woman, including Countess Markievicz, should be conferred and carried out without reference to the Field Marshal, C&C, and myself.
The Cabinet extracted from Maxwell a promise that he would spare Markievicz and urged him to end the executions soon. It was clear that his draconian powers as military governor were, in practice, limited.